she still doesn't get it. She still doesn't get it, folks. Welcome back. It's your pal Orange Hat here to bring you another video on Rachel Zegler, everybody's least favorite Disney princess. So, apparently she is somewhat being a little mature here. I will give credit where credit is due, folks. As much as I detest Rachel Zegler and her hatred towards half a country and her support behind the Palestinian regime, yeah. But anyway, it seems that she has said something mature, but we're going to get into that. So before we do, make sure that you like, subscribe, and all that jazz to support the channel. I ain't in it for money. I just want to inform and entertain. That's my point of this. But let's get into it. Rachel Zegler says live-action Snow White backlash is due to passion for the original movie. We're not always going to agree with everyone. Now, who are you and what did you do with Rachel Zegler? But let's get into this. This is by Jack Dunn at Variety. Snow White star says the backlash against Disney's latest live-action remake is due to passion for the original film. Oh. Well, Disney's live-action re-releases have seen better days since 2019's 2019's Lion King. The Snow White rehash has been a particular point of contention in some circles due to Zegler's Colombian heritage. That is not why it was a point of contention. It is literally because she has been treating fans like garbage, insulting fans, showing herself to be an egotistical maniac. Now, yes, there are people out there who says her skin is not as white as snow. I fully admit that I was one of them early on when I was an immature YouTuber. And I have since then moved away from that because, well, one grows in maturity as they grow. But yes, I also denounce what I have said back then in the particulars of the she's not light enough to play Snow White. But I will also point out the fact that it's not racist to say that. Now, the outrage came to a head when the Y2K star called the 1937 original dated, featuring a prince that literally stalks Snow White, calling it weird, and also saying that she's not going to be saved by the prince. Gal Gadot didn't do the movie any favors either. Zegler now says she interprets the controversies as an overprotective reaction to a beloved Disney classic. Overprotective? Rachel, I almost called you something totally different because, well, yeah, you haven't quite re-earned the respect that you need from people like me. It's not being overprotective. It's our reaction to you disrespecting something that pioneered women in entertainment and got the ball rolling. And you seem to not want to respect that in your over 2 years of raging against the machine of fans. I interpret people's sentiments toward this film as passion, Zegler told Vogue Mexico. What an honor to be a part of something that people feel so passionately about. We're not always going to agree with everyone who surrounds us, and all we can do is our best. Quotes were independently translated from Spanish to English by Variety. Rachel. I know that you have seriously been coached by people behind the scenes to have a much more, shall we say, mature stuff, because this definitely isn't you, honey. We've seen what you prefer to say over the last few years. We've seen how you react to things that don't go your way, such as an election from 2024. May Donald Trump and his supporters never know peace. And then that apology that Disney wrote and you copied and pasted onto your timeline on Instagram due to the grammar differences that we have seen. If you don't believe us, folks, I've covered Rachel Zegler and her controversy extensively on my channel. She continued, I understand that the conversation comes from the community not wanting to be seen as a monolith, but the reality of being Latino, oh, there she goes, making it about the identity politics again. And working in this industry is what we try to represent the entire diaspora. I know where I've been. I represent it in my narrative. You shouldn't be, or your narrative should be to entertain people, not to push some agenda. And I carry it in my heart every day. No one can ever tell me that it's not a part of me. Nobody cares, to be completely honest. Shortly after her Snow White casting was unveiled, Zegler reacted to the online backlash on Variety's Actors on Actors, saying that the discourse on X went on for days because of all the people were angry. We need to love them in the right direction, she said at the time. You need to love them in the right direction? You need to love them in the right... Hold on. May Donald Trump and his supporters never know peace. All the racism that you said was thrown your way. And also, for each and every hour that I have slaved to be put in these dresses, I should be paid for each hour my content is streamed online. I mean, the massive ego trips. Love them in the right direction? I'm sorry, this time I am saying it. Bitch, please! At the end of the day, I have a job to do, and I'm really excited to do. I get to be a Latina princess. Good for you. Your movie is still going to fail, Rachel. You see, nobody is buying this. Nobody's buying the suddenly mature Rachel Zegler. You've given us 2 years of immature Rachel Zegler. This is not going to right the ship. Your movie comes out in less than a month. You think people are going to just forget everything that happened over the last 2 years? How you've bashed freaking fans? How you've wished over half the United States voting population no peace simply because they voted for somebody you don't like? You think people are just going to sit down and forget that and then attend your movie? No. I know a theater that completely said, no, we will not be taking that movie. Nobody cares about the movie in the greater area. So yeah, guess what? Your movie's going to flop. I know of at least one theater that has already said they will deny Disney's offer to put the movie in. Because nobody is going to come and watch it when they could put in another movie that they will absolutely most likely want to watch. Believe me, folks, Rachel Zegler and this sudden show of maturity, and I will give her credit for the maturity. I believe she has been coached. I believe she has been coached to say what she has said. But here's the thing. She also just doesn't get it. You know what she should have said? I understand that I have stirred up controversy. I understand that I have said some things that can be considered cruel. I am sorry for what I have said. And honestly, I do hope that in time I may be forgiven. That would have gotten people to actually forgive and put asses in seats, most likely. You would have gotten some people to actually be like, all right, maybe now I'll give your movie a chance. Because you just showed maturity and humility. But this, where you're trying to deflect it and say that they're passionate. Hell yeah, people are passionate about the originals. People are very passionate about it. And they want to know that the people who are doing the movie also respect the originals. I'm sorry, you've shown not to respect the originals. We won't support your film. Anyway, folks, that's going to be the video here. You all know the drill. Like, comment, subscribe, share, all that jazz. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. Stay tuned later. I'm going to be on the Bark Room podcast with Jacob from Society Reviews on his channel, 8 p.m. tonight. Y'all have a wonderful day, and I'll see you there. And until then, folks, always remember to stay humble. Peace.